Okay, welcome back. This is Mim, and this is episode 4 of my Up in Smoke series on Rimworld, the colony builder and story generator slash game. In the previous video, I talked about doing some planning for our base. I did forget to mention that the more planning tool that you use to make these kind of plans, it can be easily turned off. You can toggle the visibility. You can also change the opacity to be much lighter. The default is about that, which you can obviously barely see. So when I do use the tool, if I'm actually looking at stuff or sketching things out, I like to have it very dark so that it shows up and it's easy to see what I'm thinking about. But I will toggle that visibility off for the time being because we have whoops, let me get rid of that. We have some things to take care of. In the meantime, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about all that sort of stuff because I already did. So we're just going to play the game. There's some short-term goals that we'll be doing in this episode, killing some alpacas, building a few things, cutting a whole bunch of trees. I should have mentioned in the previous video, in order to sort of build this little structure here, we will clear cut a lot of this forest, both to the north and to the south. That way we have tons of wood to build the structure with, and we also have a more clear view of what's around us, and we can be shooting out at enemies without them having as much cover. So let's get it started. This is episode 4 of Rimworld, Up in Smoke series. Thanks again for joining me. If you haven't already, throw a like on the video, subscribe, ring the bell, all that kind of stuff. Really appreciate that people have watched some of my videos and left comments and things. That's really cool. So I hope you enjoy this series as well. If not, I do still do some out of the park game uploads, and they will be coming shortly. But I don't want to leave this game behind as well. I really like Rimworld as well. So let me get started. I will unpause the game finally, and we'll see what Mongoose gets up to. What her first? This animal, he died from, I'm not sure, one of the prey that he attacked must have attacked him and dealt him a fatal wound. So this is another reason that we're going to hold off on killing these alpaca, because boom, we just got a big source of food right there. And let me check my. Okay, so good. She's not going to butcher, and this thing has. It's going to spoil in 6 hours, so we're going to butcher it. Yep. Panther, that leather is not bad for anti-fire armor, I believe. It's a textile that has a good fire resistance, if I remember correctly. Oh, what is this? I must have mistakenly did that on accident. It'd be a pain. Maybe that's why she's running out here. What is she? Oh yeah, this was a club that Cassandra, the AI, dropped us earlier in the game, and I figured I might as well just go grab it and have Mongoose have it in her inventory, because maybe we'll get a raid where the raiders are they're not very dangerous and they have some traits that we want, and so we can potentially use the club to incapacitate them without killing them or horribly maiming them. You still can kill them using a club. Even using your fist, you can kill with melee. It's not common, but it does happen. She's gonna go do some recreation, which is fine. I'm gonna plant some more stuff too, but I'm at the current moment I want to get these tiny little things changed. I want to get this trap in a better space. Get the hoopstone moved over a little bit. Looks like she's gonna start cleaning some because there's a mess. I need to check her loadout here. Does she have a club? Oh no, she does not. That go. Pick that up. Oh, she's gonna start cutting. So, and I did forget to actually put the walls down, so I need to do that. there are people that are really awesome at this game, and they probably know the very best dimensions to use for all these type of purposes and rooms. I might be doing it wrong, but that's the beauty of this game too, though, is it is a sandbox. You can sort of do things just the way that you think is right, and if you die or fail, whatever. I think it's Dwarf Fortress, which has the motto, maybe it's Rimworld, losing is fun or something like that. Probably getting it wrong, shows you what I know, but Rimworld definitely has that same kind of philosophy where losing is just a normal part of this game. It's kind of the beauty of it, actually, and it's a very difficult game. It's a very unfair game, and it really puts you up against it, but that's part of the fun. So Mongoose is going to town with this wood, which is fine. Hopefully we'll have a good amount left over, and we can even use it for other purposes. This meat is going to be good for another day or so, so she'll cook that up tomorrow. Really nice start for this game. Let me pull up her traits here. She is not a bad pawn. We are still very susceptible, though, because she's not a very good shooter, and we're running around with a bow, a club, and a knife, which is like as low tier as it gets, besides, using your fist or maybe a piece of wood. But it is very encouraging that she's a pretty solid pawn as far as this kind of a start goes. And she actually, I think that if she can get a friend or two, this could be a good playthrough, because we clearly have a huge abundance of food. Our positioning maybe is not that great. There's a lot of open sides to our base, and there's ways that this could go wrong on us, and with an inexperienced player like me, I won't do this the way that I probably should have, and people might get frustrated with that, but whatever. You can go watch the hundreds of other people on YouTube that are badasses at this game. Didn't realize it was only on 3 or 2. So she's going to keep going about all this stuff, cutting down these plants over here, these trees, finishing off this stuff in the north here a little bit. Gonna start cooking first. Fine. Nice, and she used the berries, so she got a little chinchilla there too that we could kill and eat if we wanted to, but we don't. Where did our alpaca friends go? They probably ran off, and they're way over there now. Darn. Right there. All right, looks like she's almost done. She's just got this little patch down here, I think. And then she'll probably haul all this wood and maybe take a little break, and then she'll probably build all that stuff. Oh, here we go. We have a rainy thunderstorm, so we might get some lightning strikes, but the rain will probably put them out. Okay, I think that's all the... Oh, there we get a fire. And this is actually kind of nice because we do want to clear a lot of the area of cover, and so when fires roll through, and if they kill some of the trees, it's not a bad thing. I think she's gonna make a war mask. Forgot that I queued that up, so she will not build the not sure why she made a second one. Might have that deal wrong. Look at that. Or mask one. I think she just didn't realize that she had it. Oh, and it's a poor one anyways. Okay, so now she's asleep. Let's go to her which is it? Oh, it's this deal. Headgear. War mask. There we go. This doesn't do much. I believe it gives a little bit of pain threshold. Yeah, it gives a benefit to your pain shock threshold, and it lowers your suppressibility by 25%, which that is pretty nice. The War Veil, I think, is similar as far as that goes, but it doesn't give the pain shock cover. You got to think you're putting a mask on that's made of wood. If somebody had some kind of a weapon and they hit you in the head or the face with it, at least it gives you a little bit of cover. So, I guess you feel a little bit braver when you're wearing it too. So that explains the suppressibility. Now, this meat is going to go bad and really soon. So let's take care of this real quick. Oh, she's gonna. After she does that, come and harvest this so that you can oh, looks like my sorry, I don't want to waste that meat. So there we go. A little bit of micromanagement, too much. Why is she making another one? What are you doing? Should not be making another one. What is this? Needs to be normal. Oh, that is why. My mistake. So what I've done here, to somebody that's not familiar, I've told her, I want you to keep making these masks until we have one. You can count the equipped as well. Until we have one, and it's of normal quality or better, or its durability is 55% or higher. And so this one we can cancel. Or to go do something else. Because we want her to build eventually. I think she's going to do that after she hauls all this wood. Yeah, and my apologies if this stream, if this recording is a little slower or there's more some silent moments or whatever. It's because to some extent I just have to play the game, and I realize that gameplay videos on YouTube are sort of a dime a dozen, if not even worse, but I still want to practice making videos and whatnot, just so that I get used to it. So uh-oh, that's not good. Wanted more time than this. They are attacking immediately. We are hungry and we are tired. So we have a knife-wielding maniac who is addicted to wake up. That's not good if we were going to try to recruit this chemical interest. So is a psychopath, incapable of dumb labor. That's not good. It's not too dangerous. I mean, it would be nice to have a second pawn, but the fact that they have this addiction that's going to be a big headache to deal with. We still don't really have our base set up to accept like a prisoner. So we're going to be killing this this dude. And let's see here. He's probably gonna run over and run through here. So we're gonna try to meet him up at this this area here and get a couple shots at him when he's passing through this swampy stuff. So darn, that is unfortunate. Yeah, normally I'd even like to eat something, but I'm kind of far from the table and I need to get over there so I can at least get a shot or two off. and that guy gets slowed down a bit when he comes after me. So, darn a raid. And once we get a shot or two off, we're probably going to run and try to make it through here and get behind this trap and shoot at him a couple more times. We will turn our shot to aimed at first. I think I'll do snapshot so we can get some more practice in. All right, let me turn this down lower. Come on, come on, get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Oh, shit. Good. Did get one. Oh, crap, that's right. I don't have any heal root yet. Forgot about that. It's been a while since I've played this, and I completely forgot. I should have fallen back before he got up to me. That was a mistake without that heal root. Now, if we get injured. Oh, well, so much for that. And he is dead off the bat. It looks like we stabbed him. Well, boy, we got him in the head. So that was probably what did it. Let's check his log. A stab in the brain. So Mongoose with that high melee skill, getting it done. Let's see what this guy, I didn't even look. Here is not worth bothering with. These knives are not really worth anything, but this wake up is quite nice because this is going to, in an emergency, this can give us a really big boost when it comes to like if we had a raid like right now, and let's say our rest was really low, you can command your pawns to take wake up, and then they suddenly have no more fatigue, and they also get a mood buff, and I think a little bit of a performance gain for certain things too, work speed and stuff like that. All right, so what I need to do now is consume a simple meal. I hate to leave this dead body right here because I'm going to keep stumbling upon it. But I am hungry to the point, and I'll just come and eat and deal with it later. I guess I should have moved it, but no, eat at the table. The table's right there. Oh well, we can afford the mood debuff. Oh, it's because I had drafted on. That's why. My bad. Oh, and where does she want to haul this? I want to see where she's going to haul this. Okay. All right. Oh, no. Whoops, that was a mistake. Well, now she's going to have a big debuff to her mood because she saw both those dead bodies, especially the desiccated one. Oh, come on, build this stuff. Why is she waiting so long to build this? There she goes. All right, so now I need to expand my home area. And let me turn off that planning tool. Excellent. So we survived that raid, no problem. Probably got a little lucky there, maybe, but sure. Why is she? Oh, I think I still have a. That's because I'm going to build that wall up there. Okay, that's fine. And what is she doing now? That's fine. Yeah, repair those walls. So going to make it so it stops refueling these. All right, so my apologies for kind of going silent there for a second. Cat was kind of jumping around and doing stuff, so I was distracted a little bit. But all right, so mongoose. Oh, already harvesting. Boy, that is quick. So let us get a zone for this rice. Well, I mean, I hate to use go crazy with these meals. We'll yeah, I need to change that because we don't need that many. Pause at 2, unpause at 2. Pick those so mongoose eats the ones. Okay, so now I think before we go nuts here, we'll just throw some wooden flooring in here so that it's nice and clean. Oh, she's gonna... Excellent. So we have a good amount of rice now, close to 20 meals, and more's going in the ground, and that will be ready pretty fast. Okay, she's wondering, so now we can go ahead and reinstall this, and I think the way I want to do this is, guess it doesn't really matter. I'll do it this way. All right, so we will reinstall that there. We will make another torch. We're a little wasteful with our torches, but oh well. So mongoose is going to move that. Excellent. And well, I almost forgot we do need a torch in there, and that can be that can stay open. That can stay open. And this area is going to become, copy these settings, expand, throw that here. So what I'm doing over here, this is going to be my, nope, I guess I didn't copy those correctly. Let's see. Copy setting. Go here. Paste settings. So let's see if it copied it. No, it did not. All right, so I'm going to make this area my butcher, so I want to tell the game the preferred spot for corpses, for animal corpses only, is this spot. And so they'll bring all that in there, and I guess I will put this bill on here again, and I will just put it, I won't turn it on yet. I'm going to just do it for infinite and just sort of toggle it on and off as need be for the time being. So that is set up. That is good. We will have that door open. That door will be open. I do need to move these rocks out of here because nobody wants that in your little dining area. And this, as far as flooring goes, is not really a very good option. What I can do, I'm not going to do this just yet, but what I can do is I can at least get what little marble I can salvage on this map and maybe put flooring in the dining room, marble flooring, because that will give a nice boost. And even with these wooden walls, we still might get a nice mood buff from having a nice dining room. So we'll see about that. This little deal right here can go away. We don't need that anymore. And yeah, this area, this whole big room in here now. Oh, I gotta delete this one. My bad. This whole room is going to become a, gosh, how many? I don't understand why. I'm just gonna everything. That's why there was that little deal there. All right, so I'm going to make this area in here just grain, and it's going to be important because we want there to be actually it's going to be preferred because we want there to be a couple more spots closer to the stove where grain will potentially go. So we're going to go into our foods and our raw food, our vegetarian, and all our grain is going to go into this structure here, preferred. And it will overflow into our last stockpile, but we will do other stuff with our stockpiles in this area. So that's another thing I forgot. I am going to name this stockpile because this is going to be more or less a permanent spot for the time being. We might change things eventually, but so we will call this the butcher. This little pile right here. We will call this one. There's going to be actually a couple in here. So let me think how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to leave this wood pile here just because you need a wood source for the stove and for your torches. But I want to put it over in the corner more so that it's a wood pile for these three wood burning things here, and the rest of the room. So I'm just gonna call this one wood pile. Okay, and now this is where I think this one is going to be my highest priority veggie pile. So this is going to be my veggies, and it gets a critical priority, and we only want vegetarian. So what's going to happen is our ponds are naturally going to haul any grains into this pile first. Then this granary is a preferred pile. So you can see the tiers. You have critical, important, preferred, normal, and low. So I'm going to put another important pile of grains in here. So there's sort of like there's a secondary pile of grains in here. And then the remaining spaces I'm going to use for meat. Because meat obviously is consumed very quickly. We have no means of refrigerating or freezing it. So we are gearing our food production towards shelf-stable stuff. Because look at this rice. It was just harvested. It has a 40-day shelf life. That in this game is essentially close to a year and a half. The seasons are 15 days long. So in a 30 season or 30 days is or I'm sorry, 60 days is a year. So this is actually 2/3 of a year. My bad. I'm mixing the math up a little bit on something else. But still, this is a considerably long amount of time for a grain to last. And what happens if you set up your stockpiles the right way is as the grain gets older, it's being moved moved closer into your kitchen and then moved into the priority stockpile. And over time, it's being used up, and new grain is being put into the granary. And of course, you always have a last resort granary that is a normal priority that will accept grain if you have any overflow. But you do want to have like that. That's why this one is preferred. So we'll throw that one preferred. We have our wood pile in here. We have our critical pile, and now I will expand this, and I'm going to do it like this. I'm trying to think of what way I can still have the meat not get all screwed up. Maybe I want this wood pile in a different spot. Yeah, I think I do. Darn. All right. So, and I do apologize. This might be sort of a boring Rimworld video to watch, and other people make this stuff a lot more fun. But this is part of the game as well, just doing these little micromanagey things and kind of thinking about how the workflow might go for certain things. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this whole this U shape, and actually I won't. I will use this shape right here for grain and a fast way that I could do this if I was being smart, I would go into one of these ones, copy their settings. This is my critical pile, and then I go to here, I paste that, and then I just change the critical to important. And now again, it's only accepting vegetarian items. It's an important priority. So this one will get filled first. This one will get filled second. This one will get filled third. And this one, the overflow, will be filled fourth. Now this whole little area down here where the wood pile is going to be here. So there are 4 spaces right there. And what I'm going to do with this space is dedicate this. Oops, and I didn't mean to do one of these. This is going to be for my meat, and we're going to put it into a important status, clear all, and we have our raw food, and we can throw. We are going to put meat, but we do want to look through this and make sure that we deselect human and insect, because we don't want that stuff in our kitchen, because we're not going to be using it for kitchen type stuff anyways. So we do have any stacks of meat are going to go here, and we have a wood pile right there. This is our potential area for corpses, and it's really only because that torch is there, so it's kind of in the way. But let me shrink that. Actually, oh yeah, because that would mess that up. So maybe it doesn't. Let me try something here. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, good. And now on this butcher table, I did forget, but I'm going to, when the pawn looks for animals to butcher, it's only going to look within this radius, which is where hopefully the butchered animal is, because it's been hauled there. So I did want to do that, and I, instead of take the best stockpile, which is right next to here, it is, but I prefer them just to drop it on the floor, because then a lot of times it will just drop on the ground right here, or it will sort of naturally fall into one of these spaces anyways if everything else is occupied. So I do drop on floor for that, and I like to do it for the meals as well, because I can make a little spot where I want the meals to be stored, which is what I'm going to do next, because this is going to be my new dining area, so to speak. Here, how do I want my table to be? I'm going to have my table right here. And again, us being tribal, we don't have any of the complex furniture. We do want to put a torch in this room so that it have that wood pile right there, so I guess I'll throw the torch there. And these are granite chunks, and I'm trying to think of the best spot where I should put those. We'll leave them be for the time being. I don't want to mess with it. They're good on all this stuff. We've got this set up. Oh yeah, the meal. This is going to be where all my rename it. Simple meals. Okay. Get what these are under. There we go. We give it a critical priority because we want them to be put there first before anywhere else. All right, and we'll let Mongoose kind of move some of the stuff around after we've done all that. And you can see that we have a considerable amount of wood left over from building this. Our kitchen, is it? Why is it not clean? Because she's hauling here. All right, so and it looks like a chunk of space right here where we're eventually going to be building stuff. So kind of a serious. Oh no, it's not. It's still. I think these are still. They're like maybe tougher than, maybe they're like a raccoon. I can't remember. Oh, we'll sleep for now. Come on, go through our trap. Go through our trap. Oh, she's gonna wake up. Darn. All right, well, let's confront this threat. Let's go through here. Go out here. Where this little bastard is. Oh, he's dead. All right. Crisis averted. Got tons of meals, so we don't need to butcher this yet. Let me double check that I don't have that. Yeah, good. Nope, and our trap, because I moved it, not going to be rebuilt. So, security, where is it? Not sure why that the slow time. Oh, there it goes. All right. Excellent. So now we have a light in our little dining area. All right, and now, man, a lot to do. I mean, I've got to move these out to someplace else because that is just not a good spot for them. So I think I will just throw them right here. Excellent. And now go like this and we pick our chunks. There we go. Excellent. So she is doing a little recreation. It's not quite late enough for her to sleep. So I think what I'm going to do is I need to plant some other stuff here. I need to go with some of this as my, yeah, it's high enough. Very good. All right, so you can see to this point, and I didn't play a whole lot, but we did get our structure built, so that's great. We have another source of food here to butcher. Lots of grain stockpiled. We can start to make pemmican and things like that, which we will eventually do. We are close to potentially, building a bedroom and converting all this to a granary, but we can get by with what we're doing right here for now. Throw in some recreation stuff in here. That'll be our next episode, and start to work more on transforming our landscape around here. Plant some more crops. We've got this psychoid plants that we want to plant. I should, while I'm thinking of it, also plant some smoke leaf. Oh darn, that's right. I've got this this here. Doesn't need to be here anymore. Didn't mean to do that many. There we go. Smoke leaf. And make one more. This will be sort of our long-term food. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. We'll let her plant this stuff first, and then I'm going to have one big, long 3-row section of corn, which, and after this next harvest of rice, I will sow that with a corn as well. Because now I'm at a stage where I'm pretty set on my on this kind of stuff, and I will also expand this heel root a little bit. You can never have too much of that stuff. All right. So that seems like a pretty good stopping point. We survived that second raid, no problem. That was less challenging than the first, I would argue, because the first had that go juice, which was a big threat if that first pawn drank that go juice. We have a good source of meals. We did not kill those alpaca, and I think they wandered off a little bit, but we will eventually. Oh, is this okay? These are capybaras, or however you say that. So we will kill these eventually and get some tribal wear out of it, but for the time being. Oh, and this is a nice way to end our episode here. We have ambrosia sprouts, and as Rimworld players know, or maybe you don't, this is a plant that will spawn randomly in most maps, as long as there's a growing season. I believe it does. And over time, this will bear fruits, and when they are mature, your pawns can harvest the fruits, and they are a very like a mild drug for your pawns to enjoy. It gives them a mild euphoric feeling. It's very low as far as the risk of addiction, only if they are using it a whole bunch frequently. There are ways to sort of make it so they don't, but they still use it some. We'll talk about that eventually when we harvest it, or when we have some drugs. But for right now, before I go, I will show you how that, because one of the things that a lot of beginning players do, and there are videos that explain how to do what I'm going to show you, but a lot of beginning players, they'll forget this. And okay, this spawned right next to our base, so it's not going to be hard to keep an eye on. But if it spawned way over here, people forget about it all the time. And what you can do that I found really helpful, first is because I got one hiding behind a tree here. You double click on any of them, and it will highlight any of the same type within the screen that you're looking at. So now I can see where all the ambrosia sprouts are, including these ones that are kind of hidden behind these trees. And what you do is you go to growing zone, and you got to be careful how you do this, or you could screw up and wind up uprooting all these. So you're going to go and you're going to draw growing zones over all the sprouts. And generally you'll have some of these growing zones will be separate. And I think there were 2 right there, if I'm not mistaken. So let me, I think I got that right. So you can see where all the sprouts are. And now I'm going to highlight the growing zones to show you that I have those just about in the same spots. And now what you do, because what will happen at this point, the pawn will come over here and plant potato, because that's a default for when you make a new growing zone. But I've selected by double clicking this empty one here. You have to have an empty one, or it won't let you select like all of them when you try to double click, but if you have an empty one, you can double click every one of the growing zones within the screen. And when you do that, what you do is change a sowing to off. So now the pond's not going to plant potato, but you leave allow harvest on. And so the pond will automatically come over here and harvest these plants when they're ready. So you don't have to remember or keep track that these plants are here. Eventually, when they have fruit and they are ready, the pond will go over and harvest and then haul all the ambrosia back to your stockpile. So that is a really nice way to end our episode. Again, if you like this, please throw a like on there. I really appreciate it. Sorry, this is a little bit longer than I intended, but that ambrosia spawn at the very end there was kind of a nice benefit. Subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't. Otherwise, thanks so much for checking out this episode of Rimworld Up in Smoke, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. See you later. Bye.